Hi and welcome to Enjoy TV. I'm Angela.
And I'm Camille.
Today we're talking about tour guides. And there's a lot of different kinds of work that are really all under the same title, tour guide. You know that? There's like the kind of tour guide that will take you to a city and tell you all about the city. There's the kind of tour guide that will fly with you to a country and take you all over the country. Those are like travel tour guides. But then there's another kind of tour guide which is in a museum. And actually they've got a different name. I mean, you can call them a tour guide, but the official name for this kind of tour guide is docent, D-O-C-E-N-T.
Oh, docent.
Yeah,
okay.
but people don't use this word that much because it's kind of hard to say, so people just call it tour guides.
Oh, I see. OK， 今天生活影音学堂要教大家就是 tour guide， 就是向导导览。那刚刚 Angela 老师就有说啊 ，tour guide 其实有分很多种，一种就是在城市里面这样带着你到处 take you around 的，另外一种就是跟着你搭飞机一起到另外一个国家带着你。就是到处乱走这样子，那还有一个呢是在博物馆里面也可以叫 tour guide， 它是比较偏向我们今天要讲的就是向导导览啦。那它还有一个比较正式的说法就是 docent。
So, you can actually be a docent if you want. There's a really cool program at Gugong at the National Palace Museum. And you can go and learn in your own language all of the history of the objects there. You can learn about Chinese history. You can learn all this stuff. Actually, it's like a college course. It's that hard. You have to really study hard. And if you pass this course, then you repay them by going and working as a docent in the National Palace Museum. That's why they can offer all these different languages to you. So that's why people from Russia can go there and get a Russian language docent to teach them all about the exhibits. I think it's a really smart thing.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
OK， 所以其实故宫呢也有这样子的培训计划呢，它是免费的，就是训练你成为一个导览。那它是有各种语言，就是可以来，就是故宫呢来学习中国的历史和中国的古迹以及中国的文化。那所以呢，在故宫你可以看到各种语言的人讲俄罗斯文或者韩文啊，或是日文，都有各种语言的导览。
So today we're going to see, Ivan and Nina go through a museum and we'll see how this works out. So let's look at our dialogue.
The dialogue 情境对话
Hey Nina, what do you say we get a tour guide to take us around the museum?
How much does it cost and how long will it take?
It says here in the museum brochure that a guided tour is only $100 NT and lasts 1 hour.
Okay, I can live with that.
Excuse me, sir. We would like to take a tour of the museum.
Do you have 8 others going on the tour with you?
No, we don't. The brochure only says a tour is $100 NT.
That is the rate per person as long as you have a minimum of 10 people. Please read the fine print.
Forget it. We can walk around by ourselves.
The explanation 内文讲解
So the sentence that describes the situation that we're going to be encountering in our dialogue, that's the first sentence we have here, and it goes like this. Ivan and Nina are spending the afternoon at a museum. Now they're spending the afternoon. It's like they're spending time. And we think of time like money. You spend money, you spend time. So they're using their afternoon to go to the museum.
所以这边第一句就是讲说 Ivan 跟 Nina 呢 are spending the afternoon at a museum， 就是他们在 museum 的博物馆呢共度下午的时光。
So we start off with Ivan. He says, "Hey Nina, And that's a really casual way of getting someone's attention.
Yeah.
You wouldn't say to your boss, hey, boss, that's bad. But you can say it to your friend, like, oh, hey, what's up?
Yeah. OK， 所以 Ivan 一开头就讲说 ，Hey 妮奶，其实 Hey 呢这个方法是比较 casual 的，因为你不会跟你的老板说 Hey 老板，就是这个其实就是比较随意的讲法。
So he says, what do you say we get a tour guide to take us around the museum? Now, when you say, what do you say, you're actually inviting your opinion. Like, if we did this, if I suggested this, what would you say about it? What would be your opinion? So he's saying, oh, what do you think about, or do you like this idea? So he says, what do you say we get a tour guide to take us around the museum? And a tour guide is someone who has, like we talked about, is they've got all the information and they can tell you all the cool things. Instead of just like looking at an object and being like, oh, it's a cup. They'll be like, actually, this cup is really valuable and rare because da da da.
OK， 所以 Ivan 他就说呢 ，What do you say? What do you say? We get a tour guide to take us around the museum. 那 What do you say 其实就是在询问对方的意见啊，就说你觉得我们这样做怎么样呢？就是你觉得 we get a tour guide， 我们找一个刚刚讲的导览来 take us around， 就是来带我们在博物馆里面这样走一圈怎么样呢？这边 tour guide 呢，它就是指导游的意思，那通常你会加 a 在前面。那 for example。Some
people prefer traveling with a tour guide instead of by themselves.
就有一些人偏好旅游时有导游陪伴，而不是只有他们自己。
Okay, well, why don't we take a look at our tips and use, which will tell us all about how to use what do you say?
没错，我们今天的 Tips and Use 就会教大家用到是 What do you say 的用法。
Tips and Use 重点解析。
Hello， 大家好，欢迎来到 Tips in You 时间，我是 Sherman。今天我们有2个重点，第一个是你觉得怎么样？这个要怎么说呢？在本文中 ，What do you say? blah 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 表示询问对方意见，也就是你觉得怎么样的意思。另外呢 ，What do you think? blah 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 和 How about? blah 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 也表示相同的意思。例如下面的这个对话。What do you say we go to the movies this weekend? That's a great idea. 这表示说呢，我们这个周末去看电影，你觉得怎么样啊？那人家可以说，Oh, that's a great idea. 好主意。所以呢，这个就是指，你觉得怎么样的一个用法。
The explanation 内文讲解。
So Ivan wants to get a tour guide for the afternoon, and Nina is like, okay, sure, but she's more skeptical. She says, how much does it cost and how long will it take? So she doesn't want to spend too much money on the tour guide, and she also wants to know, will it take our whole time up?
Yeah. 所以刚刚 Ivan 呢，他是想要有导览的旅游啦，可是继续 Nina 就问说，当然可以啊，可是我想要知道 how much does it cost？ 就是这个要花上我们多少钱 ？And how long would it take？ 而且这会花上我们多少时间呢？因为他不想要整个下午的时间都是跟导览这样子逛。
And Ivan says, it says here in the museum brochure that a guided tour is only $100 NT and lasts 1 hour. So I like his expression. He says, it says here in the brochure. So he's actually pointing to it, So the thing about this word brochure is that it's about it's a piece of paper with information, right? But it's about introducing like an office or a hospital or any sort of institution. There's another thing that you have that's also a piece of paper with information on it, and that is called a pamphlet. And a pamphlet is where, like, if you're at an exhibit at a museum and it gives you more information about the exhibit, or if you're at the doctor's office and they want to tell you about something they're going to do, they might give you a pamphlet that explains more. So a brochure is about introducing something, and a pamphlet is about giving you more information.
And how do you spell pamphlet?
Oh, test. Let's see. Pamphlet is Pamphlet.
OK， 所以刚刚 Angela 老师就有说呢，关于 brochure 这个单词跟 pamphlet 的差别。那 brochure 呢，其实就是关于就是比较介绍一个机构，就是或者是它可能是医院啊，或是公司，或是一间办公司，你就介绍它的基本的资讯。那如果是 pamphlet 的话呢，就是比如说你去一个诊所，或是你去一个展览，它给予你一些多余的资讯。 Okay, so brochure 这个单词它是名词，是小册子的意思。For example,
The brochure lists the most romantic resorts imaginable in Europe.
就是说这本册子呢列出全欧洲你所想象得到最浪漫的度假胜地。
And in the brochure, it says that a guided tour is only 100 NT. A guided tour is a tour with a guide. It's a tour that's guided by a guide.
Yeah.
And it's only 100 NT. And it lasts 1 hour, so it's not that long either.
OK， 所以 Ivan 就说呢 ，It says here，它其实是有点像指着那个小册子说，In the museum brochure，这博物馆的小册子。That a guided tour 就是有导游的导览呢 is only 100 NT， 只要新台币100块 ，and lasts 1 hour， 而且持续1个小时。So a guided tour 就是有导游解说的团体旅游。So for example，we
went on a guided tour of the Great Wall.
我们参加了一个万里长城的团体旅游。
So when Ivan says that it's only 100 NT and it's only 1 hour, Nina's like, okay, I can live with that. That's a casual way of saying I accept. I think that's a fine thing. That's okay. I can live with it. It won't bother me.
所以 Nina 就说 OK, I can live with that. 就 live with something 就是去接受的意思。他说我可以接受这个价格。So live with 就是接受。For example,
Jack had to learn to live with his girlfriend's hot temper.
所以杰克必须学着接受女友的坏脾气。
So in our dialogue, they've just discussed about getting an agent, and then we have a little thing in parentheses which tells us what happens next. And what happens is they walk up to the agent at the window. If you walk up to somewhere, it means you go up to that place or you go over to that place. So they walk up to the agent at the window. The agent is somebody who represents the museum or who is there to help you find information.
所以他们就接着 walk up to 就是 go over to 就是走过去的意思。他就继续往哪边走过去呢？就是 the agent at the window， 就是在窗口的 agent 就是服务员的意思。
And Ivan says, "Excuse me, sir. This is the most polite way to interrupt someone if you don't know them."
所以他就说 "Excuse me, sir"， 他就说不好意思哦，先生，这是最有礼貌的一个方法。如果你要打扰人家的话
He says, "We would like a tour of the museum. We'd like to go on a tour."
他就说 "We would like a tour of the museum"， 我们想要有一个那个有导游的导览。
And the agent says, "Do you have 8 others going on the tour with you?" And they went, "Huh?"
Yeah.
What he said is, "Do you have 8 other people? Are there 8 other people who are going with you on the tour? Do you have a group of 10 people altogether?"
所以这 agent 就问他了 "Do you have 8 others going on the tour with you？" 那你还有其他8个人跟着你一起来参加这个导览吗？
And Ivan is like, "What? No, we don't." He's confused.
所以 Ivan 就有点就是 confused， 他就有点疑惑，他说没有诶 No we don't。
And then he says, "The brochure only says a tour is 100 NT dollars." So he says the brochure only says this thing. He's saying, I didn't see any information about a minimum number of people. It only says this information. It doesn't say the other thing. So he's saying it only says that we only have to pay 100.
OK， 那 Ivan 就是说 The brochure only says a tour is 100 NT。这些小册子呢，只有说这导览只需要新台币100元。
And the agent says, and he's probably a little bored because I think a lot of people make this mistake. He says, that is the rate per person. Yes, it's 100 NT per person, as long as you have a minimum of 10 people. So this as long as is kind of interesting. It says only in the case where you have a minimum of 10 people. As long as you have 10 people, yes, you can pay 100 NT dollars. Otherwise, no.
所以这 agent 呢，可能一天到晚都有人问他这个问题啊，所以他就说 That is the rate。那是怎么样的一个 rate 呢 ？rate 就是一个费用 per person， 每个人都要付的费用。As long as 就只要 you have a minimum of 10 people， 只要你们最少有10个人。那 as long as 呢，就是只要，也等于 so long as。For example，
As long as you do your best, your parents will be proud of you.
就是只要你尽力而为，你的父母就会以你为荣。那 a minimum of 呢，就是最少的意思。 For example,
You need to buy a minimum of 2 drinks to get the discount.
你最少要买2瓶饮料才会有折扣。所以他就说啊，你至少要有10个人，至少要有10个人，你才可以付那样子的价钱。
And then he says, please read the fine print. What he means is the fine print is the tiny words at the bottom that give you more information. And sometimes the most important information is in the fine print.
Yeah.
So you have to be careful. Always read the fine print. So he says, please read the fine print because that's where it will tell you that you need 10 people for this deal.
OK， 这个 agent 就继续说呢 ，Please read the fine print。那 fine print 就是小印刷体文字。For example,
The lawyer went through all the fine print before he allowed his client to sign the contract. Smart lawyer.
所以那位律师呢，就先行检视过所有小印刷体的文字，才让他的客户于合约上签字。
So it turns out they can't get the tour after all. So Ivan says, forget it. We can walk around by ourselves.
所以 Ivan 就说 forget it，forget it 其实有点像他有点生气的感觉，他就是算了吧 ，We can walk around by ourselves， 我们干脆就是自己这样到处逛逛就好了。
Yeah, and you're right. Forget it is kind of a bit of like, he's
Yeah.
like, forget it. Like, never mind.
He's kind of
upset.
annoyed, yeah.
He's like, we were all thinking about this. We spent time thinking about this. And it turns out we can't do it. Forget it. Well, that's all we have for you today. But, in a minute, we'll have tips and use so that you can learn more about how to use forget it.
没错，我们的今天 Tips and Use 呢也会教大家 forget it 的用法。那我们下次见喽，拜拜。
Bye-bye.
Tips and Use 重点解析。
Hello， 大家好，欢迎来到 Tips and Use 时间，我是 Sherman。今天我们要来看的是第二个重点呢，是 forget it， 这到底是什么意思呢？在本文中啊 ，forget it 表示算了吧的意思，但是其实在不同的情境底下，也可以当做没关系和休想、不可能的意思。例如，我们来看一下下面的对话。I'm sorry that I broke your vase. Forget it. 好，这个意思就是说，很抱歉，我打破你的花瓶。那他说 forget it， 没关系。第二个对话 ，Let me copy your homework. Forget it, I'm not helping you cheat. OK， 这边就说让我抄你的作业吧。那人家就说 forget it， 休想，我不会帮你作弊的。所以呢，这以下呢就是有这两种用法。所以 forget it 除了当算了吧的意思，也可以当没关系或是休想、不可能的意思。以上两个重点解析，希望大家都可以了解喽。我们下次见喽，拜拜。
Words and phrases 单字片语。
1. Tour guide. Some people prefer traveling with a tour guide instead of by themselves.
2. Brochure. The brochure lists the most romantic resorts imaginable in Europe.
3. Live with. Jack had to learn to live with his girlfriend's hot temper.
4. Rate. Children under 2 years of age fly at a lower rate.
5. As long as. So long as. As long as you do your best, your parents will be proud of you.
6. A minimum of. You need to buy a minimum of 2 drinks to get the discount.
7. Walk around. Don't walk around barefoot because there is broken glass on the floor.
Extra words. 1. Guided tour.
2. Fine print.
The dialogue 情境对话。
Hey Nina, what do you say we get a tour guide to take us around the museum?
How much does it cost and how long will it take?
It says here in the museum brochure that a guided tour is only $100 NT and lasts 1 hour.
Okay, I can live with that.
Excuse me, sir. We would like to take a tour of the museum.
Do you have others going on the tour with you?
No, we don't. The brochure only says a tour is 100 NT dollars.
That is the rate per person as long as you have a minimum of 10 people. Please read the fine print.
Forget it. We can walk around by ourselves.
Just for fun. 趣味英文
If you find yourself looking for a summer job next summer, consider becoming a tour guide. All you need is knowledge about a particular place or area of study. For example, if you've lived in Taipei all your life, maybe you could show tourists around the city. Tourist agencies often hire students to take tourists around to all the top sites. Of course, this means you'll need strong communication skills. It also helps if you're entertaining and funny. After all, you don't want to bore anyone. You also have to know what you're talking about. If you're taking tourists to Taipei 101, you'll have to know things like how tall it is, when it was built, and so on. Being a tour guide is a great way to make some money and meet people from around the world. It might be the best summer job you ever have.